Personal brand. Personal brand is a very interesting topic. It's a very, very broad topic. You want it or you don't. You still have a personal brand. A lot of friends, acquaintances, co-workers could describe you, and how they describe you, this is your personal brand. It could be that you're intentional and maybe not intentional. And of course, sometimes people who are intentional, sometimes they are trying to build their brand, but sometimes they do not realize that some actions that they do is hurting their brand. So today I will share seven things that potentially you do that hurts your brand. And the first thing is that speaking bad about other people, especially when they are not in the room. So that is speaking bad about other people behind their back, or even using jokes that belittles people. When you share bad things about other people behind their back, people who are listening don't trust you anymore, because they could think that you will speak bad about them as well. So that means you need to change that and never speak bad about other people. You need to speak encouraging about other people, validate other people, elevate them, but never speak bad. And in case if you want to see something bad, constructive feedback, you need to make sure that they are in the room. Now, second is that people who say that life is not fair. Life is not fair. Everyone's supposed to know that. And if you say that this life is not fair or something is not fair, for example, you need to work extra hour, it's not fair because someone already left the work, and that shows that you didn't build a wisdom yet, because life is one day is not fair for you, other day was not fair for other person. So life is about challenges, results, but life will never be fair. So when you build a wisdom, you understand that and you will never use it. You can say that you are disappointed what happened, but not able to say, not supposed to say that is not fair. Now, number three is favoritism, and that means that you treat people differently. Now, the best example for that could be that a poor person comes to the restaurant and the server said that in 5 minutes the table will be ready. And after 5 minutes, the rich person comes in and the server comes in, sees the rich person and brings that rich person to the table while a poor person is still waiting. And that shows favoritism by the server, because he thought that that rich person is more important than the poor person. But that's not true. A lot of times inside richness is much more important than outside richness. And sometimes that person who is poor could be potentially even more rich because he doesn't need to show and prove anything. So when I think about how to change, that means that when you see all people, doesn't matter our age or race, we need to treat them equally, because everyone is equal in our lives. And now number four is overspeaking or interrupting. People who speak all the time and not allow other people to share their thoughts lose their friends, because who wants to listen all the time without trying to share your thoughts? Especially I think it's annoying when they trying to share finally something and you interrupting them and bringing your thoughts again, because when you try to share one thing and interrupt, and you try a second time interrupt, they start losing desire to share anything because they know that you will interrupt them. So you need to make sure that you work very hard to allow other people to share their thoughts, and make sure that you never interrupt people, allow to finish their thoughts, and then you bring your thoughts as well. Now, but number five is assuming things or judging things. So that means when someone is sharing a product or business or anything, you right away say that, oh, I know this. A lot of times though, I know this is based on opinions. So that person asks like, what do you know about it? And why do you think that way? How do you know that? And if you do not have very clear answer, is oh, my friend said that, where he knows. Or maybe, oh, I read somewhere an article. No, you need to know exactly if that article was written by a verifiable and a person who is credible to listen. Because people who base their decisions on assumptions kill curiosity. And if you do not use curiosity to make decisions, a lot of times you'll make mistakes. But when you put curiosity in place and really verify all the information, then you can make right decisions and really succeed and get results. Now, number six is people who use definite words. So that means always, never. So for example, a person could say that, oh, this person always is late at work, or this person never never comes up to office on time, or this person always make mistake. And this is very definite. That means a lot of times people who use definite words are fixed mindset people, because they think that the other person is not able to change. And that is a bad thing of looking at it, because we need to be encouraging. So that means we need to start saying differently and saying, this person most of the time are late to work, and we need to figure out what to do, how to help them out not to be late. And we need to ask, why is he late? Or a person who always makes mistakes, we need to start to changing and say that this person didn't learn yet, and that's why he is making mistakes. So how we could support that he could grow and really improve. Because when you say that you always make mistakes, that discourages the person to really improve and get better. And number 7 is about victim card, or blaming others. There's a lot of things that hurt you, now because someone hurt you, you do not want to take actions, because a victim card is bringing in action. But I love the saying that fault and responsibility always walk separately, because it's not your fault that someone hurt you, but is your responsibility to fix it, to heal it. And when you take ownership of healing, you're able to take action and succeed in life. Now, when I think about all those 7, so that means that first, talking bad about other people behind their backs, saying that life is not fair. Third, that favoritism. 4, overspeaking or interrupting. 5, assuming things and judge. 6, definite words like never and always. And 7, victim card and blaming others. Which one of those you are now need to improve, get better, that he cannot hurt your brand? Because I needed to work on number 4. I used to overspeak all that. I used to interrupt people, and I needed to work very, very hard not to do that anymore, because that shows disrespect, and I needed to work very hard, and I now much better. Sometimes I do mistakes still, but I made it better. But if I was able to change, you are able to change that as well. So choose one thing that you want to improve and start working on that. So I hope that you will choose to win, and see you tomorrow.